Okay, beautiful Irish people, it's Tuesday morning. We're back again with County Gains News Media Network, okay? And it's Tuesday morning, like I said, and nothing has changed, guys, after the local and EU elections. Zero has changed, and I'm going to do a reaction to a couple of different segments, News Talk, Gript Media, RT News, about what has actually changed in these local elections and the EU elections. Let me know your thoughts down below. Obviously, my beautiful Irish people love these creative political videos that I react to and talk about and help obviously spread awareness and knowledge about what the hell is going on in Ireland and in the government with the politicians more specifically. So let me know your thoughts. This video today is by RT News. 5 key takeaways from Ireland's local elections. This lad here, I don't know who he is, but he looks scared, bro. He looks really scared. I don't know what the hell is going on. So, he's RT political correspondent Paul Cunningham. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say, guys. He looks really scared. Let's go.
Things to take away from the local elections. Firstly, Sinn Féin failed to fire. This was a party which had huge expectations last year, fielded a whole lot of candidates, and those candidates have not come home. They will make some modest gains, but nothing like the big, huge advance that they'd hoped for.
So one of the things why Sinn Féin didn't take off is because a few different things, guys. But the main one, in my opinion, is the whole hate speech bill. That was like the biggest thing ever. I see like Americans now. I see Canadians. I see people worldwide trying to get this bill stopped because it basically makes you not able to have a freedom of expression. You know, you'll go to jail if you have a meme on your phone or if you have a flipping whatever. They'll put you in jail for making a joke. It's insane, guys. Especially anyone that does rap music, music in general. The freedom of speech that you'll have will be completely gone. Okay, if that hate speech bill comes in, forget about it. Okay, everyone in Ireland it affects. So, and they were one of the main pushers of that. So Sinn Féin fell down big on that one.
Second thing, the government parties have done well. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael both on 22%, both fighting out to be the top dog in local government. That wasn't expected. They've lost some support.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. I don't know how people could vote for a Green Party, Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, because, you know, they literally were they're the most hated people in Ireland. Like, I don't know who's voting for them, maybe like people over the age of like 60 or something, or 80 or whatever, but they've done nothing, guys. You know, the housing sucks, everybody hates each other. The level of trust in the government has gone plummeted down. They've completely destroyed the whole country. Like, Leo Varadkar is hated by everyone. So is the new guy, Simon Harris. Like, how do people respect or like these people? I actually don't understand. I don't get it, guys. Like, I don't get it. Simon Harris failed to do, what was it, his leaving cert? Or he failed to finish college. Guys, I did college. I didn't have to repeat any subject. I never failed anything in college, ever. I have a 4 years honor degree, level 8 in business and marketing. How could a guy like Simon Harris get elected to Taoiseach and he hasn't even completed? Not that you guys need to complete college, but I'm just saying if you start something like college, you better finish it, guys. That shit is easy. College was hard, but it was also not that hard, guys. Like, it's not that hard. Like, Jesus. Really? Like, the guy failed college? Like, come on, guys. This is the kind of idiots that we're electing, guys. I won't say idiots, but these are the kind of people that we're electing, right?
But it's marginal. This is a big day for both Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, who are moving a little bit closer together.
I don't know how that happened. Like, please, someone tell me how that happened.
The third thing is the independents. They have done very well.
Yeah, and so they should have, guys. I am an independent, okay? County Gains News Network. I'm an independent. Please vote for me maybe in the next few years. I had a lot of people messaging me, Chris, are you running? Are you running? I actually didn't get a chance to, guys. I'm very busy, but I will run next time probably. Like, that'd be kind of cool to run for election, guys. Who would vote for me? Tell me down below.
It's been a month-on-month improvement. We've seen it in the opinion polls. It's coming through once again in these local elections. Fourth thing, women candidates. There were more than 600 female candidates, and they really hoped that this time they would change the dynamic because only 1 in 4 councillors are currently women. 25% instead of 50%.
That's fine, guys. I love my women and all that, but you know, it's like the diversity thing. No matter what you're from or what your age is, whatever, it doesn't really matter, guys. You got to be good at the job, guys. Okay, if you're an old guy or if you're a younger guy, it doesn't matter if you're from wherever part of the country. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or flipping whatever. It matters how you perform at your job, guys. Okay, that's what we should be looking at. Okay, how you perform. What are your ideas? Do you have good ideas? Are you hardworking? Stuff like that. Not like whether you're a man or a woman. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. You know, man or woman, it doesn't really matter, right?
Coming in at the moment, doesn't look as if anything's changed. Still only 1 in 4 councillors will be women. Finally, what does this mean for the general election? We don't know, but what it does mean is that some within Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael will believe that once the budget is out of the way, that the government should go to the country, call a general election rather than waiting until next March. Because if all that lovely budget money is in people's pockets, guess what? They might just vote for the coalition government.
Oh, of course, that's the side that he's on. They might just vote for the coalition government. So you can tell he's obviously leaning towards, being Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. Well, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, really, which, guys, they're the most hated people in the whole country, apart from the Green Party. Like, how could you vote for any of those lads? They haven't done anything in the last 20 years. It's a joke. Okay, so now we have a video. This is a gripped video. I don't know who this guy is, guys, but everyone's ranting about him online. Dublin Inner City Council electee Malachy Stenson has vowed to build the nationalist movement going forward. Okay, so we're going to check this one out as well. Let's go.
Malachy Stenson, you've just been elected to Dublin Inner City Council. How do you feel?
I feel great that the people of the inner city have put their trust in me to deliver a new Ireland and to deliver our nation back to the people. This campaign has been exhausting, but what it has done is it has politicised a whole new generation of people. There are people.
Yeah, guys, honestly, I walk around now. Everyone just wants to talk about politics now. It's not about anything else. No guy talks about women anymore. No guys talk about sports anymore. They just want to hear about politics now. It's ridiculous. Every single person is just so involved in politics. It's becoming the biggest thing in the world. It's crazy. And I think when he talks about handing Ireland back to the people, even though that sounds a bit wild, what I think he means is like this sort of Ireland first type of thing. Now, it seems a bit crazy when I first heard it, but I think America first, China first, like every country has a vested interest in their people coming first, right? And then they kind of deal with outside people, which is fine, it's good, right? But they kind of lead from the people first type of thing. I'm not really sure. Let's listen to it more. I actually don't know anything about this guy, so I apologize.
Canvassing on our teams and on other teams around the country who've never been involved in politics before, and they now want to change this society to one that is run for the benefit of its people, one that has the sovereignty of the Irish nation at its heart and the love of this nation, and not a political class that are beholden to the European Union or to anybody else.
Yeah. Well, that would be my main thing. I don't even care about all the other shit I just said. Like, just the European Union. It seems like this kind of controlling power makes laws for people in Ireland now. And I only talk about three things off Grip Media, because I've said this to everybody: housing, the hate speech bill, and like the EU type of thing and stuff like that, stuff along those lines. Like the EU, guys, it shouldn't be this sort of demanding power. Like, Ireland was ruled by Britain for 800 years. And then we had freedom for like 20 years, and then we had from the EU come over and rule over us again. Like, do we need that, guys? Like, it's really okay. It would be good to keep the euro, and it would be good to keep a few things. Obviously, not the whole thing, but this sort of like, you have to do this. You have to listen to us. You have to, mandatory things, mandatory, expectations that you have for the country, and they give us these laws and rules, and these sort of obligations that we have. That shouldn't be the way it is, guys. We should go to the EU, ask them, okay, let's have a discussion what we can do, what to improve the country, and then we should come back to our people and have a discussion with the people before we enact anything. It shouldn't be like, obligatory to do a lot of the stuff that we do in Ireland, like the government, for the most part, guys, all right?
We want this country run by the people of Ireland for the benefit of the Irish people.
Getting down to the brass tacks issue.
That doesn't seem too crazy to me, guys. That doesn't seem too crazy. The whole nationalist thing, whatever, I don't really care. But the idea that, we shouldn't be obliged to, like, listen to all these other, European unions and all this. Like, America doesn't listen to anybody else apart from themselves. Like, or, there's obviously a deeper aspect. But, like, China doesn't listen to anybody else but themselves. Australia the same, and all these different countries, for the most part, right? But, like, why do we always have to be, like, under other people's rule? Like, Ireland's sovereign, guys. Republic of Ireland. It's like, let's just have our own people talk about our own stuff, right? Obviously, listen to other people. I love different nations and different people coming in and telling us different things. But, like, at the same time, let's not have it mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
What are you going to do going forward to deliver that?
Well, I suppose in the council, in terms of delivering on that, there's very little you can do. But what we need to advocate is that the council actually has the powers that it used to have returned to itself, that have been taken over by mainly the Minister for the Environment. The councils need to have real power and be able to make decisions to deal, particularly with housing, and to deal with issues that arise in their administrative area. But separately, we will be building this national movement that has emerged over the past year and a half, particularly from November 2022 when the protests in East Wall started. a grassroots and a genuine grassroots movement has been built up organically by people without a leadership structure, without leaders in fact. People coming to the fore in their own communities will now team up with people of like mind in other communities, and this national movement has awoken in this election, and it will go forward, it will get stronger, and we will make a serious challenge in the general election which will come later this year.
And there's been a lot of talk in, I suppose, the media and mainstream politics that these people who are, rising up, as you would say, are somehow influenced by the far right. What would you say to that? Do you think that's fair, or do you think that they're just people, ordinary people who are genuinely just disaffected with how the country's being run?
Well, I'm sure some people are, guys. Like, you can't say for sure, like, some people are not nuts and other people are not crazy. I think that for the most part, people on the internet are good because they give you different information. They're kind of fair in that regard. I think a lot of people that kind of keep to themselves and the kind of incel types and stuff that want to make different areas really bad, well, that's not good, guys. You know what I'm saying? But, you need to have some sort of push and pull, right?
Well, the first time I ran for election, I think in 2009, I was accused of being far left. Now I'm being accused of being far right, and I'm saying the very same things. And I think it's very interesting that today, over in the Count Centre, we were there with a tricolour, and we were also almost being spat at by people who would have been there with a tricolour 20 and 30 years ago, claiming to represent the Irish people. The movement that's emerging is a genuine grassroots movement, and it will be reflective of ordinary, decent, working class people.
Finally, do you have much hope for the Euros? We're still waiting for the results.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen any real tallies or anything yet. I wouldn't have entered the election if I hadn't got hope and ambition to drive forward this project. It would seem that on balance the numbers are against us, particularly because the government parties seem to have held up their vote in the local elections, and it would seem in Europe. And that is because the Emperor has changed his clothes. Varadkar is gone because of the policies and points that we were making. He was replaced.
If anyone says Varadkar was good, do you actually used to know a guy who said Varadkar was good? Like, bro, completely just brain dead. Varadkar was the worst politician we've ever had in the country, I think ever, guys. And someone said Charles Haughey. I think Varadkar was... Who is to say that he wasn't just as bad?
By Harris, who has now adopted all of the points that we have made. Everything we said from November 2022 is now government policy. People are being checked coming off planes with no documents and being sent back. People are being checked at the border and being sent back. People are being, the process is starting to move in a direction that we have advocated for. But I don't suspect that will last post the general election. This is purely optics. And purely the sense and the pretense of movement by the government in order to consolidate their power base, because what matters in this country is power. And you could see, over in the Count Centre, the venom and the anger in the political class's eyes and faces when they heard that I was going to be elected. We have made a seismic change in this country, and it'll take us a number of days to actually absorb the impact that this will make.
Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. Like, I don't care even if it's like different left wing, right. I actually would like to see just a change in power, because the thing is, guys, a lot of these organizations are this, like George Carlin talks about this. I love George Carlin. He says a lot of these massive powers, it's one big group and we're not part of it, guys. Like, there needs to be a sort of a change, man. I think, like, we've had the same people for the last 20 years, 40 years, like a long time, guys. And it seems like now in 2024, people are pissed off. They want to see actual change, man, not just the same runaround. They're giving us the runaround, guys. It's bullshit. You want to be changing, and whether that be left, whatever, center. I'd be more liberal. All right, I would say traditionally, not the nowadays liberal. Nowadays liberal is crazy, but that's sort of like traditional. But that's not what those people are now. They're just insane. Everyone's gone off the rails. The government need a complete overhaul, guys. We don't have a dictatorship in this country. We have or monarchy, okay? We have a proper flipping democracy. We want to see change, guys. It's bullshit, right? Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys all. Peace and love to my people of Ireland, and I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Let me know down below what you all want me to react to as well. If you live in Ireland, I'm very open to suggestions about political stuff, so let me know what you think, guys. I'll see you in the next one, man.